Yo, what's going on, guys? Koi here. Now today, it's gonna like this is like the big question a lot of people pop me, and it's like freaking Koi. My builds are not perfect yet. I'm missing a lot of crap. How the crap do I get like 8 freaking impassioned, like stuff like that? And it's like you have to use will chips, and then I say you have to use will chips. You have to go to the abyss. Then they're like, Koi, the abyss freaking sucks. This shit's boring. It takes forever to do, and yes, it's like I know it takes forever to do, but like it's fun to do for me. But for those who it isn't fun to do, I'm going to show you my thought process and pretty much how I pretty much tackle it. I might be skipping through, and then I'm going to show you how I pretty much beat these bosses and kind of like my mindset every single stream whenever I normally do this. So, I'm going to show you my thought process, how I get to like I'm almost level 75. I mean, crap. As you can see, I'm like not even that far away. I just got to level up like literally 5 more times. And my tech tree is like maxed out almost. So let's go ahead and start. Let's go ahead and get started. Like I said, I'm going to skip through depending on, like, if there's something notable, I'll just cut to that point of view, and I'll just keep doing that. So first things first, what do I do when I start? I always go for attack. That 10% damage is always amazing and very, very important. Sorry, I got an energy drink so I can continue this video. Okay, so first thing I look for whenever it comes down to characters that I choose, and a lot of people are like, SRs suck, the starter characters are terrible, like freaking this takes forever to do. How the fuck do you expect me to fight like minions with Snek? I'm gonna tell you, like, there are some characters that always come into rotation, and it's gonna be AoE. Not your range supports, not your freaking single target. We're looking for AoE. Yes, I have no potential on this character, but that's because I'm going to switch him out for characters that I actually do want. Now, second thing that I do, I cut the board in half. Now, realistically speaking, Lord 1 and Lord 2 are a joke. Lord 3, Lord 4, harder to do. So, whenever it comes down to those floors, I'll start to do certain preparations. Now, for instance, the main preparation for right now is pretty much knocking out um, how many houses can I get? And do houses matter to me right now? So, for instance, I could walk away with a few houses here, but the main objective is to walk away with the most amount of boss kills. So, and the most amount of boss kills, you don't really want to hit question marks this early because question marks, they don't give you money. And money is pretty much how you get characters and how you can actually mid-max your build towards the end of the game. So, I'm actually going to go for this route because I'm going to hit this monster, I'm going to hit this house, I'm going to hit this boss, I'm going to hit this monster, this boss, and then I'm going to hit this house if I have something good to level up. If I have nothing good to level up, then, we won't talk about that part. So let's go ahead and dip into it. Like I said, if things start to take too long, then I'll just cut to the next part and just kind of show you my thought process when it matters. So first things first, I don't use auto. And the reason I love Lightning Max as a starting unit is because he's so easy for clearing trash. It's amazing. And his charge up ability just leaves him very, very strong. And he has nice amounts of interruption. I wouldn't use his R skill unless I was actually going towards like an actual boss. Then I could do some pretty good like crit damage. Oh crap. Or unless I wasted my other skill. As you can see, just clearing trash, easy peasy. And I barely took any damage. Now, if I was using a single target character, I would take like a crap ton of damage. And that's where we would kind of like have like real problems, you know what I'm saying? And now comes down to actual exploration rewards. Now, in a lot of cases, I would just straight up pick based off of what kind of character do I plan on building. Now, this is probably the best example of what I could really show you guys for exploration rewards. The triad, the 3 types of rewards that you're going to be aiming for, and these are literally them. And let me explain why. Resolute defense. If you're running a resolute build, let's say like a My Mask, Putty Prisoner, Metal Knight, this would be the thing you would aim for because you want as much negative crit rate as possible. Now, Impassioned, that's a freebie. You could use this on every character, from the Resolute characters, from the critical characters, and even the Breaker characters. In a lot of cases, I would actually go for Breaker, because Raid Breakers are actually some of the most meta characters to actually use. due to the fact that meta characters for this dungeon, raid breakers can also do composure reduction, get the bonus damage, and also do very, very good damage at the same time, making them the most probably the easiest unit to actually use in this dungeon. But you could also use this raid break with like a My Mask, Metal Knight. It's free. You know what I mean? Now the next part is selecting characters. I'm going to be selecting Spring Mustachio because that's the character I plan on using. He is a raid break character. I already have him potential 2, and he's a very, very solid unit. I would use Tatsumaki, Metal Knight, and SR Genos as my stand-ins as range support, while my main character focuses on taking the full brunt of all the attacks and damage, while the others run away. Now, uh, freaking, we'll probably dip into the next category of like boss after this. This is where I'm just gonna deal with trash. Now let's see, raid break again. Raid break, penetrating eye, or mind reader. I would personally take penetrating eye. Getting crit rate's very, very important for the early game, especially if you want to get a lucky gem. Lucky gem is super important if you're going to be running a crit based character, because with a lucky gem, if you have penetrating eye and you get it to penetrating eye 3, you can get your hands on 32%. And the way that lucky gem works is once the character surpasses 30% of the penetrating eye, then the said character will pretty much gain 100% crit rate, which means higher damage 100%. All right, let's go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and upgrade Raid Break. Raid Break super important, and another good thing about like focusing on these characters is actually doing potential checks. Potential checks will tell you exactly what you're going to be able to upgrade faster and what's going to be easier. For instance, this character is going to go to Raid Break 7. So that means I need to have 4 cards of Raid Break on this character in order for him to be useful. It also shows that I need 2 more cards of Brain Potential in order to actually get this character. All right, let's see. Consumed by 60%, all that good stuff. Increase charge attack, and then increase charge attack hit bonus. Yes. So let's go ahead and fight the boss. Now, what do I kind of look forward to whenever fighting a boss? Probably just fighting the bosses in general is just very, very fun. It's kind of like the main stake of what makes things very, very interesting. This is a weird one because all these things are super optional. Serious Excitement gives you a good damage bonus. Doom Shock gives you decent defensive shock. And then after that, freaking Fear the Doom is very, very solid. The only issue is taking any of these red cards is absolutely useless when you're trying to run a very, very specific build. Because if you're running criticals, you need space for Mind Reader. You need space for Penetrating Eye. You need space for Impassioned. You need space for Resolute Attack. Like, these are very, very important things that give you a 100% damage bonus and up. So there's not really a real keen reason to run any of these. Unless you're incredibly desperate. Doom Shock, though, all these green cards are very, very important, though. Because shock accumulation, stuff like that, that's nice to have. Very, very subtle. But in this case, I'm actually going to take the Dark Essence. Why am I taking the Dark Essence? Because I need money. And that gives me a good amount of money in order to work on getting supports. There's my SR Genos. I'm going to go ahead and pop that card. And we're going to go ahead and take Metal Knight. As you can see, now I have 2 ranged support characters. They stay alive longer, they're easier to work with, and they do their own thing, which means I never have to worry about them, which is very, very fun. Very, very awesome. Now, do I really want to use the 400 now? Yes, actually. I want to get Penetrating Eye. I want to get Mind Reader. This is where I kind of start mid-maxing, working on what do I need. If I need, like, Recovery, I'll take Recovery. Brutal Crash, I would take if I had a crit rate character. The rest of this is pretty much nonsense. All right, right here, if there's nothing good. Oh, Penetrating Eye, Mind Reader, solid. So this means I'm actually pretty done here. I don't really have to worry about anything else here. I would say increased dodge, speed, recovery would be very, very specifically nice for characters like Spring Mustachio. The more he dodges, the more higher chances he will not have to deal with any other BS. Let's go ahead and put on Penetrating Eye. Let's go ahead and put on Penetrating Eye. Let's go ahead and put on Mind Reader. Let's go ahead and put on Mind Reader. All right. As you can see, we have Mind Reader we have enough Mind Reader to get maxed out Mind Reader. We have a decent amount of Raid Break before potential. We have more than enough Penetrating Eye. The only reason I bought one extra was literally due to the fact that if I get a lucky gem, I don't want to waste on Penetrating Eye if I don't have nearly enough Impassioned. That's a weird case. Yes, I know. Mm. I would always take Brain Development over a boatload of cash. Just a small tip. If you know you need brain development's so hard to come by these days, you might as well take it from any boss that you're actually going to get it from. Let's go ahead and pop this. Nest monsters, obviously, all that good stuff. Now, Lord 2, where we're playing in a darker territory, which means that obviously there's going to be a lot more threats. They're going to do a little more damage. But if you built your team correctly in the stage 1, you will have no problems fighting these bosses in stage 2, which means you're definitely going to want to fight as many bosses as you can. Now here, I would actually start taking possibly some types of question marks. All right, here we go. All right, here I'm actually going to end up summoning. If you don't know how to summon for another character, that's easy. Just go to team down here, summon. And let's go ahead and take, ooh, a My Mask. Swap. I've never had him as a support, so maybe he'll do pretty good. Mm. Wow, a My Mask actually held his own. Actually, he's a good support. What is that? That was weird. Saw something on my screen there for a second. Strange. Minute 30. A little slower than the original guy, but that's okay. Nothing too serious. Alright, here. No, darn it. Nothing good. I'll take the brain development, I guess. Okay, very, very important thing about doing anything with Lord 3. If you feel like you are absolutely tearing through everything in this, like, map, then I would personally say, good job. And I would actually say, like, don't focus on trying to keep yourself alive if you can't take damage. You know what I mean? What's the point of keeping yourself alive if you don't take damage? So freaking here is all about just trying to hit as many houses as possible. And it looks like the best way to do that is by fighting all these bosses on the way there. So we're going to hit this one first. Now we just want to upgrade our builds and make sure that they are as strong as humanly possible by the time we actually get to the final boss. Let's go ahead and drop. I think we could do that much because Impassioned only goes up to 5, I believe. Yeah, only 5 up to this character. So then the rest of it's just getting affixes. After that, pretty much over. But I don't want to. Should I want to? Should I? I think I'll go for more affixes if we're gonna like run into a shop before the last house. I think. So freaking here, very, very important for Lord 4. So here now, all we want to do is we want to hit the nearest shop. So that would be this one. We're going to hit this shop. Oh, no, we can't. Okay, so, ooh, this is a toughie. Because I don't think there's any way we could hit a shop before hitting the next house. It's not possible. So the only possibility is by hitting as many houses as possible. Which could be hitting all these shops would be a better idea. Alright, so we're going to try that. Now, this is a weird one because this is just how weird it's going to be for this run, realistically speaking. Shouldn't be too hard, though, honestly. Beating the boss, we're pretty much already close enough to doing that, even though, like, the characters we're running are not incredibly crazy. It's just more like they're set up to where they're decent. They're already good enough. So, not much to worry about here. And he missed again. Come on, bro. There we go. There we go. Alright, let's see. This is the last boss, so it doesn't really matter what we get here. Alright, so here we're just going to run this for funsies. We're going to go over here, and we're going to go ahead and spend the rest of our cash. We are pretty much set up for the end game here, so the rest of this is literally just insurance. So that would be getting bonus stats across the board. It doesn't really matter what. I got so much money, it's insane. Recovery, of course, we're just going to get to max HP. And all these recovery ones, plus they give you a bunch of crap anyways, so it's like extra bonus stats, which is what we're aiming for. Every crystal, of course, you want to make sure you have every crystal. Let's see, so we get lucky here. Let's go. Just going to have all the crystals already anyways, so let's keep buying everything up. All right, let's just grab that. Grab this. Grab this. Grab this. Let's grab this. This, and this, of course. Let's do... Man, we're pretty much done here. The rest of this is pretty much mid. So let's go ahead and do it. Confirm. Confirm, because I bought extra on accident. That's a big my bad. So we're just grabbing every single possible buff that we could possibly get by the end of this run. So we almost have 20,000 HP. We have a decent amount of attack. Look at that in the 4,500s. We have a decent amount of defense, a decent amount of composure reduction, decent 50-50 crit rate, 155 crit damage. We have a lot of overpowered attack damage as well, just because why not? Now, let's go ahead and get down to business. All right, let's get started. Alright. Oh, man, it's always ending with Carnage Kabuto these days. One, two, three, four. Oh, darn, he's not going to stand in place for me. Keep the damage going. Alright. Oh, what the hell? Weird hitbox right there. Oop, owie. Oh, that was a nice 200k, wasn't it? And you're broken. There we go. All right, here we go. Tomboy. GG's. And that's pretty much my mindset whenever going through the Abyssal Dungeon, defeating the final boss, and pretty much calling it a day. As you can see, I just leveled up 2 more times, which means I do get my hands on some more will chips and some extra EXP points that I can spend, and doing my weeklies as well. So, that's pretty much how I get lucky. All right. Well, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if you guys want me to go over any other systems that you want me to mid max or I don't know. Right now, I'm just kind of working on my B team right now, so it's just taking a little bit of time, obviously, because working on different characters always is just a bit more of a long process, especially since I'm working on Putty Putty Prisoner. This is a little update for my team, I guess. I'm working on Lightning Max. He's almost level 13. Spring Mustachio is already level 13. And also, this guy's level 12. And this guy's also level 12. So this is just going to take a little bit longer. But, it's not like we don't have time. Obviously, after the Easter event, we're going to get some more content. So I'll see you guys later. Take it easy and peace out, my dudes. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you so much.